Hey everyone, it's Trojan 1979. I hope you're doing great. The reason for this broadcast, I guess I just wanted to talk candidly about the solutions that we've used as tournament organizers. So, we're going to be talking about microphones a little bit today, what I've been using. I get asked a lot, Trojan, what are you using for your streams? It sounds good. Why don't we have the type of sound that you do in the streams that we put on, and how can we eliminate background noise? So, first thing I wanted to mention is the most common microphone that I see streamers use is number one is their webcam until they upgrade a little bit beyond that, but then they might get something like a Snowball or a Yeti, which are marketed towards gamers. And while they are for the price aren't terrible microphones, the inherent problem is that they're what's known as a condenser microphone. They have a cardioid pattern, heart-shaped pattern that's very sensitive. So it's meant to get everything around the room. And when you have that, you're going to pick up things like jukeboxes. You're going to pick up conversations from people that you don't want to hear. Really, what you're trying to get is the atmosphere of the space, and hopefully an announcer commentating on what's going on. And you don't have that when you use a condenser microphone because it's not a sound treated space. Normally, a condenser microphone is meant to be used in a recording situation, like a voiceover, or if someone's cutting a record, trying to get instrument audio, that type of thing. It's meant to get a wider sound, but the room needs to be treated. So really a bad pairing when you consider, when you're at home and you can control the noise around you, fine for streaming. That's why the Blue Yeti is popular. But when you take it to a bar and play some Tecmo, you're gonna hear things you don't want to hear, and you might get copyright flagged if someone's playing a jukebox. So I'll talk a little bit about what I've been using. Now, this is a product that I just picked up two of these. This is the Samson Q2U microphone. And this is not what I'm using for my mainstream. I currently use the BCD1 from MXL. We have three of these. It's a microphone that used to cost upwards of $200 today if you get the purple version. Just external color on it, you can get it under $100, but you still need what's known as an audio interface. You still need something that looks like this, maybe something a little bit simpler, but you need something to plug in the XLR ports. So that's what is on the back of the Q2U that I'm talking into, as well as the BCD1. But here's something that's really neat for those who just want to get started out. So again, even if this is, say, $100, the Samson Q2U regular price is $60, but I was able to get it for $40. It does go on sale periodically. It does come with a very basic stand. The microphone clip that's holding the mic, or the stand is holding the microphone. I'm using a different one just so it's propped up here. So you notice this is much smaller than the stand I'm using. So, but it gets you by to start. But what I like about this microphone, I'm just going to tilt it up a little bit here. So we have the XLR port coming out, which feeds into my mixer, but it also comes with USB. So if you can see that over here, that if you don't have a mixer, you don't want to make that investment, you can spend about $40, plug in via USB, and you have your basic microphone to start. If you do ever make the upgrade to a mixer, it already comes with an XLR cable, so that's bundled with it. So for let's just say $50, you have what you need. They do have a package that's $80 that'll give you a nice articulating arm. I don't know if this will come all the way into the shot here, but there's a bundle that does give you an arm not dissimilar from this one, and a set of kind of entry-level headphones, but it would give you something to monitor the audio. That's the nice thing about this too, is if you're using it via USB, there is an 1/8-inch audio jack, so you can plug headphones in here and hear what you're recording. Now, it's going to sound not quite as good as this because I am speaking and using the XLR, but for, again, just starting out, if that's all you want to do is just get the microphone and start making sound, for $40, this is going to be way better for you than a Blue Yeti or any other condenser microphone. The Snowball, Ice. There's even Samson has their Meteor, which is a nice travel product, and if that's all you have access to, that's great. But you want to start to grow into a situation where you can have a second microphone. So you start with one, because if you bought a Yeti, let's say you bought a Yeti today, and you spent $110 on it, because I think that's about what they go for roughly right now. They've come down. Okay, now you want to start bringing in other commentators, and you want to start to drown out those noise. Now you have to start over completely. You cannot upgrade the Yeti into an XLR setup. So talking, again, just as a tournament organizer, I'm not trying to be a pro reviewer of the Samson Q2U. This is just the second one that I bought, but it kind of gives you just it's a handheld, but it fits in any of these different mounts and such. You can get into decent quality audio and a proper solution for your stream without breaking the bank, and that's the point of this video. So if you have more questions, leave them below. I know this is just an unscripted video, but I kind of want to let people know what I work with and how we get there. So, kind of just put in perspective, if you bought just one of these microphones and you wanted an XLR interface, I find mixers like this. So this actually I picked up for $40 secondhand. This mixer here, sorry, it takes two XLR microphones. That's you, and that's a color commentator. You also can feed your console audio in there, like your Tecmo Super Bowl, your Nintendo, or your Sega Genesis, whatever it is that you're trying to capture. It'll do it. So this is Trojan. I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, not trying to do it a major mic review, but just talking over what I use, why I use it, and how that might relate to your needs. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a thumbs up. We'll try to find more and more relevant topics for tournament organizers and those that want to stream on the go. We don't have a ton of content on this channel, but I want it to be helpful when I do put it out there. So I don't want to have 1,000 games of Tecmo. I want to have useful information that you want to see. So again, sorry for shaking the camera. That's another thing I'm going to talk about. I'm going to find a solution so I don't get that bumping. You see that? No one wants that. So we'll try to find a solution for that as well. Trojan 1979 signing out. Talk soon.